you need us.
The next half hour of Weather Center is brought to you in part by Kellogg's Breakfast Mate, a bowl of Kellogg's cereal, milk and spoon, all in one package. It's everything you need to make breakfast easier.
Right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
Snow is falling just north of New York City as commuters make their way home across the Tappan Zee Bridge here tonight in Westchester County. And that snow will be heading into New York City, all 5 boroughs, in the next couple of hours. Good evening and welcome to Weather Center, a special edition here from our update desk. I'm Dave Schwartz. Good to see you. This cold air and snow is on the move and it's heading southward toward Philadelphia. Baltimore and Washington getting in on some of this frozen precipitation for morning rush hour here too. We've got live coverage from the field, from the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas, and our own winter weather specialist Paul Kosin will join me to let you know exactly what you can expect as you head out the door here tomorrow. First off, this is what we are dealing with. The look at our current surface map here in the Northeast and Midwest, and boy, we've been pummeled. We've even got some lake effect snow now from Milwaukee back to Chicago. But the main action is up here in association with the front. This is the leading edge of that super cold air. Last night at this time it was 45 degrees in Columbus, Ohio. Now it is sleeting with temperatures in the 20s. Now it's further east. The moisture has made it over the Appalachian Mountains. The cold air is heading to the southeast, right out of Canada, right from the North Pole, as a matter of fact, or just about. And we've got some rough stuff out here on the Garden State Parkway. We'll get to that here in just a second. First off, we're going live to the field. Want to keep you one step ahead of this thing to show you what it's like outside. Jeff Morrow standing by live in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, just north of Philadelphia. And Mike Seidel is in Westchester County, just north of New York City, where that snow, I believe, is beginning to come down. What's it like, Mike?
Dave, we've seen the sleet change rapidly now over to just about all snow here at the Tappan Zee. We're about 45 minutes north of New York City in Westchester County, and traffic has slowed down considerably over the past hour or so. As you can see here, the roads are snow-covered and slick. And if you're taking the Thruway North, the Taconic, the Palisades, the Sawmill River, all those parkways, reports now they're very icy, very slippery, especially the bridges and elevated surfaces. And it's not going to get any better because the snow will continue tonight. It will continue tomorrow. We're looking for 2 to 4 inches in the city, 4 to 8 inches out here in the suburbs of Rockland, Westchester County, over there in northwestern Connecticut, north of the Merritt, and into the Catskills and northwestern New Jersey, 4 to 8 inches. But the bad news is that before it ends, it's going to change back to freezing rain tomorrow night, and then it will taper off on Friday. However, it's going to be a slow process to warm the temperatures up late tomorrow night and Friday. It'll certainly climb above freezing first along the coast, in the city, and then later here on Friday morning. So this is not something that's going to have to be dealt with not only tonight or tomorrow morning's rush hour, but also rush hour tomorrow night and likely rush hour Friday morning. So an event which will be prolonged and will likely cause a lot of problems in the tri-state area, and we will certainly keep you updated from our post here in Tarrytown, New York. Dave?
Thanks for that live report, Mike. Stay warm. We're going to go to the Philadelphia area where Jeff Morrow is standing by. Jeff, what's it like there?
Well, Dave, last time I talked to you, we had a little bit of light drizzle falling, and that has pretty much abated, thankfully. But we think it will start to pick up again, and it's the icing that we're really worried about as we head on through the overnight hours tonight. We think that will occur and continue on into the day on Thursday here around Philadelphia. As you mentioned, I'm up in King of Prussia here on the northwest side of Philadelphia, right next to the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and actually where the Schuylkill Expressway goes through the toll booth here and empties on into the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Again, conditions now aren't bad, but boy, they are quite different from what we had just a few hours ago when temperatures were actually in the 50s, but now it's down to about 36, 37 degrees here. The temperature continues to fall, and at this rate, we're probably going to get into some freezing rain just a little bit after midnight tonight. So we're not looking forward to that. There's probably going to be some school closures tomorrow, maybe some road closures. You're going to have to call ahead to the airport if you are flying out of Philadelphia, probably at least some major delays. It's going to be a mess, so just be aware of that when you're waking up and heading out to work or school tomorrow. Back to you, Dave.
Jeff, thanks a lot for that live report from the Philadelphia area. Well, we've got some rough weather just east of where Jeff was reporting in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, just north of Philly. It is 33 degrees, so we'll be seeing icing take place in Bucks County. It probably is already Montgomery County, and then right across the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Well, that's a look at it from the field. Now we'd like to tell you what you are up against here in the morning, and for that, I am joined by Paul Kosin, our winter weather specialist. Paul, working on a current surface map to try to stay absolutely current. This cold front is quite a sharp one, Paul.
Oh, cold front we've been watching all day, and it's now just about on the Washington, D.C. area. It's already moved through New York, basically early this afternoon, Philadelphia early this evening, and it's now coming through central Delaware and northern Virginia at the current time. If we look at, we've got surface high pressure nearing 31 inches just north or around just south of Hudson's Bay. And with that high pressure we're seeing, it's been continuing to build all day. Cold air is moving southward to the east of that high throughout New England. We're currently seeing temperatures in northern Maine right now with 15-knot winds of 15 degrees below zero, 10 degrees below zero up in northern New York. These are extremely cold temperatures considering the wind speeds, and that's the cold air that's beginning to filter down towards the major cities.
Well, cold is one thing, but where cold and moisture get together, that's a whole nother ball game, and that's what we're seeing in New York City and Philly right now.
Right, we're also seeing that in Boston as well, and we're continuing to see that.